All right, Miss Kate.
Leanne.
First of all, how does it feel to be in Chicago?
It's always great to be in Chicago, always. And I have to eat at the original the Pancake House. Oh my God, I have to have the Dutch baby.
Oh, you're a fan.
It's not gonna eat itself. I gotta do it.
Let's see, so it was 30 years ago that did you get your start at Second City?
I did. My favorite aunt lived here. Her husband had a flavoring company at Irving in California called Food Materials. So if you smelled butterscotch in that neighborhood, that was the factory. And she invited me to check out Second City and Chicago when I graduated college, and it completely changed my life. I studied, I took the classes, I got hired by the Annoyance Theater, I got hired by by Second City National Touring Company, and I studied with Del Close at Improv Olympic and did shows there. So I feel like every significant person in comedy that I've met has basically been through Chicago.
So do you miss, the daily or however you did the tapings of The Office?
I do. We had a great 9 seasons. And of course, I knew Steve Carell when we were both at Second City at the same time. We were roaming the halls. We weren't in the same cast, but I certainly knew him. And we both did the Real Life Brady Bunch. He didn't do it as long as I did, but whatever. We were, again, bumping into each other and knew each other. So when I saw him on the set of The Office, I was excited because he was a legend here at Second City. A legend, hilarious.
So you were saying, I was asking you if you still stay in touch with him.
Yeah, we have a text thread of Office Cast, and yeah, we're in touch, and we get to do these wonderful fan events, sometimes together, sometimes apart, but it's better together.
What do you like most about these fan events? I mean, people act like the show is still, we watch all the reruns, so it feels like the show is still going on.
Right. I have an understanding of how important this show is for people. Sorry, should I say that again? I'm gonna say that one more time. I have an understanding of how important The Office is for people. It is their Valium, it is their Prozac, it is their calm, it is their Zen, it is their safe place, their happy place. And I'm so happy to be a part of that.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are you doing these days?
Well, I'm working on a cartoon called KIF for Disney and Disney Plus. I play Agnes the Witch. It's really fun. And I'm guest starring, and I'm touring with Jane Lynch. We'll be back on tour. We'll be back in Chicago, the Chicago area. We'll be in Crystal Lake in December for a couple shows. We're doing like 16 cities. So always excited to be back, even in Chicagoland, wherever it is. So, it's always a blast. And of course, I met Jane when I was at Second City. The very first time I ever came to Second City, Jane was understudying for Bonnie Hunt. That night was so crazy. It was the night that Bonnie Hunt got married. She came back in her wedding dress to do the improv set. It's just like one of those things where I didn't exactly know what was going on, but I knew I wanted to be a part of it. And lucky for me, I played my cards kind of right,
Oh my goodness. So you're still having fun then?
Always, yeah. I mean, I have to say, The Office brings people together physically, also just, mentally, emotionally. Yeah, a lot of people couldn't go to their real office during COVID, so they came to ours. They just left it on, and it stayed on and make them feel better. So I'm happy to represent. I know I'm not Steve Carell, but when someone comes up to me, I feel like I'm representing the whole show, and I understand those emotional connections that we have to movie and TV. I mean, it's real. It is real. So, Common will actually have eye contact. I can't promise any more than that. I don't know if I can get a beer with you, but we can at least have a smile, and I'll sign your cast if you want. Whatever you want. We'll do it.
I was going to say, I just loved your character. I mean, she was always like, the things, like a lot of things that you would never say, she would say.
This is true. I feel like my character Meredith was the least apologetic at Dunder Mifflin. I wish I was as unapologetic as Meredith, because I feel like I apologize too much. But I think that there's something to be said for the outrageous, the party gal of The Office. I mean, there's always one, and I've met many of them. They're very loud and proud. They will introduce themselves to me immediately, and I get it. So,
okay.
Yeah, I feel like we're all represented on the show. Like, so many people are represented on this show. So if you watch, you will identify with somebody eventually. You will, and strongly.
Yeah.
We have the best writers in TV, and the best directors, And I think that's still true to this day.
So it was only 9 seasons?
9 seasons.
Okay, it feels like it was longer than that, but I guess you're used to watching the reruns.
Right.
Yeah.
This is true, yeah.
When was the last season?
It was 10 years ago. We just stopped filming 10 years ago. I think, May was the last time we actually aired on actual TV.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're in BC. So,
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So they said that car over there was the one that.
Yeah, that's the car that Michael Scott hits Meredith with in the parking lot of Dunder Mifflin. Yeah. There will be some photo ops, believe it or not.
Ooh, I want to go over there, Brian. Can we go over there and look at the car with Kate?
Sure.
Okay.
I have a little PTSD, but I'll do it. It'll be great. No, I don't mind. It's great.
Okay, cool.
I'm kidding.
All right.